Imagine trying to run a three-legged race, but your partner is walking in the opposite direction. That's what being unequally yoked in a relationship feels like. Exhausting, frustrating, and ultimately going nowhere. The Bible warns us about it, but do we really understand what it means? And more importantly, why does it still matter today in dating, marriage, and even friendships? Let's break it down. And trust me, you will see this in a whole new light. Hey family! Welcome back to the channel where we talk faith, love, and real life relationships with biblical wisdom. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't done that already, and share this video with someone who needs to hear this today. I am Dr. Molola Omoshebi, and I am happy to share with you again in this video. Now, when we hear the phrase unequally yoked, most people think it's just a rule about Christians not marrying non-Christians. But there's so much more to it. It's about spiritual compatibility, values alignment, and walking in the same God-given direction. In 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 14, Apostle Paul says, "Do not be yoked together with unbelievers. For what do righteousness and wickedness have in common? Or what fellowship can light have with darkness?" In Bible times, a yoke was a wooden harness that connected two animals so they would walk together in the field. If those animals were mismatched, let's say we have an ox and a donkey, or a big one and a small one, they will pull unevenly. One would strain and the other would resist. And what will happen? The work would be chaotic. Apostle Paul used that farming image to teach us that when you link your life closely to someone, whether in marriage, in deep friendship, or in a business partnership, your beliefs, values, and purpose need to match. Otherwise, you are heading for tension, frustration, and often heartbreak. So, why does being unequally yoked still matter today? Being unequally yoked isn't just about church attendance. It's about the core of who you are. Now, think about it. If your vision is to serve God, but your partner thinks faith is optional, you will constantly be negotiating your convictions. Or if your moral compass is shaped by scripture, but your partner's moral compass is shaped by whatever feels right, decision making becomes a battlefield. Another example is if you see generosity, forgiveness, and purity as essentials, but your partner sees all these things as weaknesses, your relationship will be spiritually draining. So it's not about superiority, it's about direction. Amos chapter 3 verse 3 says or asks, "Can two walk together unless they have agreed to do so?" If you are pulling in different directions spiritually, one of you will eventually slow down or be pulled off course. So what are some practical steps to take that will ensure that you are not unequally yoked? Number one, know your spiritual non-negotiables before you get into a relationship. It's not after you are in the relationship or you are already building the relationship that you will now start considering whether you're on the same page or not. This is something you have to do before you get into that relationship. Then you need to pray for discernment. The right person will share your heart for God, not just tolerate it. Number three, watch for fruit. Matthew 7 verse 16 reminds us that by their fruits, you will recognize them. So look for evidence of a real relationship with God and not just words. Number four, seek counsel. Involve wise, godly mentors who can spot red flags that you might miss. And finally, be patient. It's better to wait for God's best than to rush into a lifelong mismatch. It can cause you a lot of heartache. It can bring you disaster. And I believe you don't want that for yourself. So, all these things are things you have to do before you proceed into any relationship. So, If you are already in a relationship, you need to ask yourself honestly, are we pulling in the same direction spiritually, or are we constantly tugging against each other? God's desire is not to rob you of love, it's to protect you from a love that will rob you of Him. I hope you got that. Remember, the right person won't pull you away from God. The right person will pull you closer to Him. I would love to hear from you. Have you ever experienced being unequally yoked in a relationship or friendship? What did you learn from it? Share your thoughts with me in the comment section. I would love to read from you. And besides, your story might help someone else make a life-changing decision. Thank you so much for watching this video. Until I come your way in the next one, bye!